Good morning to all traders and welcome to another Markets and Waves video. Today is April 28th. It is Wednesday and it's going to be an interesting session. We have FOMC and we are going to analyze again a number of assets, 5 assets actually. And today my pick is Euro dollar again. But before this, we're going to have a quick look on the index. Then after that, we're going to have a quick look on pounds, then gold and natural gas, because it looks like it's moving exactly as we expected. Now on the index, guys, and I want to start by just giving you a little bit of a perspective in the medium term as well. And thanks for the comments as well, guys. And this is just a note for you that looking at the medium term as well. I am expecting, and I have been expecting this to be a wave 4, and I'm looking at this as a 4, like a triangle in this intermediate wave correction, right? And this is an A, B, C, D, and E. There could be a W, X, and Y, and whatever else, but I don't see this the end, and I do not see this as a leading diagonal. Okay, just to make sure that there is understanding of what I'm expecting. So on the downside, and as we are, I'm still looking at this to be a wave 1, then 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the downside I'm expecting is quite, well, the downside, if that makes sense. So with that said, now we can go a little bit closer. Last time we talked about the index, we called a correction on the upside, which has already taken place. It hasn't completely played out though. It could be a case where, you know, this is an ABC and we're going to get another ABC over here. So that would be a W, X, and Y in wave 2. So that we can get to the 91.14, which is the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement of wave 1. And I do think that why? Because we do see a very nice signal on the MACD, well, the EMAs pretty much, and also on the RSI. This is, of course, on the 1-hour chart. So that's why I think we're going to get another dip down to around up to 190, 91.14, excuse me. And then from there, well, depends where we end, but should we end at 61.10, then I'm looking at 90.39, which is a nice cluster as well, for wave 3. Okay, which is also indication that wave 1 and 3 are going to be the same. And then we're expecting for a wave 4 to come through, probably at around 90.68. That would be a nice retest of the previous high as well. And from there, down for wave 5, anywhere between the 90.05 and the 89.93. So either we're going to get a false break at this move and then the correction in wave 2, or without a false break, which means it's going to be a weaker attempt from bears. This is what I'm looking for the index. Now, on euro dollar, quickly, you can see that, well, since yesterday that we analyzed, we've been expecting, I was expecting a move down here. Okay, that didn't happen. Instead, we've just had a 3-wave move on the upside, and now it looks like we're moving down again. So I am still expecting that C to come through. Yeah, and we could go down to 120.25. That has been my short to medium term level on the downside, I would say. We've had a very sort of, you know, cheeky signal here on the MACD, and we got this upside, but we stopped. We stopped at the previous high, actually below the previous high, right? 120.90, and we missed the 121 as well, and that's in both cases, by the way, right? So what this means is that there could be a case where this is A, B, C, D, and E, and it's going to turn like somewhere like a triangle, and then we're going to get a move or down there, which means wave B is going to be a triangle. Or it could be a case, because I still think this is the A, I'm not going to change my mind on this. The B, well, obviously it's not here. It might be here though, as a running flat, okay, if that makes sense. Which means that now we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is going to be the final leg on the downside. I'll be looking at this channel, a lower channel line anyway, right? So only if we break that, we go to 120.25. Otherwise, we could just bounce higher. And from there we go to, well, okay, I'll show you again. 121.76, 122.29, and 123.15. Obviously, that's a medium and to short term, and medium to long term. We're going to have a revisit on that in either case. So that's on the euro dollar as well. On pound dollar quickly, pound dollar was looking, we've called, I think it was on Monday, we've called this move the upside to 61.8. We said we're probably going to go lower. Well, we didn't, because it looks like to me that, well, there's two different scenarios, right? Because we remain around that area. One is that we ended here indeed, and we missed the 61.8. Which is not biggie, you know, considering like it's like a few pips only, it can be expected. And this is like leading diagonal 1, this is wave 2, and we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be a multi-structure move on the downside. That is going to get us around 137.40 or so. Then we're going to get the 4 and then the 5 around 137, and then again the 4 and then the 5 down for fresh lows, obviously. But that's if we finished over here, and this is a leading diagonal, right? So leading a diagonal and followed by a multi-structural impulse on the downside, this is very expected. But guys, we need to stay below 138.93. This is a very quick invalidation level, okay? Because we are very nearly there. Now, if that happens, there is two scenarios. One is that this is going to turn into an ABC and we'll move lower, which means we're still going to move that way, and this is a leading diagonal. Or the other scenario, which also includes this one bit, so which means wave 2 is not done, is that if that is W, that is X, and we're going to get a Y. So that's like an A, a B, and a C. And we're going to get to the 61.8 and perhaps even deeper. Why? Because double zigzags or double threes, they are usually followed by a dip to the 78.6 Fibonacci. Okay? So 139.68, it wouldn't be impossible as well in that scenario. But I don't really see any signals on the MACD or on the RSI, guys, okay? All I see is that we are following price. Momentum shrinks, strength shrinks, similarly with the price. So imminent breakout, and in my opinion, is going to be on the downside. And that's for the pound as well. Now, on gold, a similar price action with euro, of course, since we get the index to move on the upside as well. Oh, what? That should be here. Excuse me, I had to correct that. So we've got A, B, and we're expecting for wave C. I'm looking at C1 around 161 extension of waves A and B, which is over here. Yeah, because we've got both waves around 1761. One might say, why not here? Well, it's not impossible. It's just, well, we didn't get to the previous 4 yet. And the previous 4, a double bottom, is exactly at the same level. So that will make a very nice double top, a very nice cluster for prices to start moving up with a very nice false break for the retail traders that are going to sell here, because there will be many. Now, do we see any signals of the MACD on the RSI? We do a tiny divergence over on the MACD histogram internally. And also, we do see, well, that's not a signal. No, my fault, no problem. Thing is that we do see that over here. Yeah, we do remain below the zero, both on the histogram and on the EMAs as well. So in my opinion, I think we're going to get another leg down. Okay. And yes, it could be a case where this is the A, guys, and could be a case this is the B and we're going to get the C. In that case, what would probably change is that, you know, we move that down here. B doesn't change, and we're probably looking at 1750 since the 100 held, but we need to break the 1767. Okay, but and as I have placed this wave as an A, there is a reason. The reason is that, you know, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I don't see a 5-wave move. I mean, I do see. You know, that could be some sort of, you know, multi-structure move and then ABC and one. But guys, look at this. I mean, we get near to the wave 2, so that would have to be some sort of like open leading diagonal. That would be the only case that this is an A. Okay. And that's all for gold. Before we go, if we enter back there, most likely we're done. The downside, there will be no double bottom over here. Okay, just keep that in mind as well. And natural gas, we talked about natural gas last week or the week before. We're looking at an impulse to the upside, and that impulse to the upside has really taken its toll. After correcting this as wave 1 and 2 with the leading diagonal over here, you know, we're expecting multi-structure move on the upside. 1, 2, minor done. 1, 2, minute done. And we're going up for minute 3, in my opinion, of course. Now we take the FIBO 1 and 2, the green one, minute degree, to identify some levels. Well, since we're moving again, we have another multi-structure move over here. It looks like to me that we head for the $3 mark, and that's going to be where I am expecting wave 3 to end. But it could also go as up as 3.28 because, well, you know, it's wave 3. But I'm a bit more cautious on that because wave 1 is also extended, right? So when wave 1 has 5 waves like this, and then we can expect wave 3 to be a similar case, and then we expect wave 5 to be the 61.8 or even up to 2, but I would doubt 3 waves will be the same. So I'm looking at 3 and 5 at 3.28. That's going to be minor wave 3. Then we're going to get minor wave 4, and then we're going to get minor wave 5, anywhere between 3.4 and 3.618. Oh wow, I didn't see that. This is a bit of I've never seen this before, actually, to be honest. 2618 is the price, 3 is the FIBO, 3618 is the price. How amazing. Wow, what a coincidence. So I'll be looking at the 2618, 3618 very closely when we get there. Okay, and don't forget to make a note on that. What a development. So guys, this is what I've been looking on the natural gas as well as calendar. We are in the, we've got 1, 2, and it looks like we're gonna get 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so again, over here, it looks like we have a similar scenario like we've got, like we've got here, yeah? So we've got a large one, which is like fractally identical, a large one, which is here, then a small 2, yeah? And then we're gonna get a similar wave 3, which means, just before we go, that 100 Fibonacci is expected. And where we are, we'll have a bit of a bigger correction, to be fair. But in either case, yeah, it looks like 161 might be our level in this case. So we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 4, and then the 5. Okay, guys, that's all for the day. We are going to speak again tomorrow, Thursday, after the FOMC, of course. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see some very good moves overnight. And I'll be looking forward to do the analysis for you again tomorrow. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment on our YouTube section. And alternative scenarios are also welcome. Take care, trade safe, and see you again tomorrow.